Are you looking for a platform that helps you find experts in the sign and print industry to provide you with the training and support that you need? Or maybe you are an expert wanting to help more people. I'm Clodavita, and today we're here with Mark Stevens, Managing Director of Adendo, to show you everything Adendo can do for you. Welcome, Mark.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
I'm excited to have you here and learn because this is so innovative and such a new thing in the industry. So let's just start at the beginning and tell us about yourself, the backstory of Adendo.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, so I actually started with SAI, the makers of Flexi and En route software, back in 2011. And when I was hired, I really didn't know anything about the industry. And I did several different jobs. I was in a number of different positions. And most recently, I was the managing director for Flexi for the channel sales. So I ran a department that took care of all of our resellers around the country and traveled around and doing trade shows, attending open houses, and meeting with resellers. And when I did a lot of traveling, and a lot of the times when I would go out and meet with people, the biggest question that I got asked was, where can I get training for my customers? And, you know, when resellers sell equipment or software, they do a great job of installing the equipment and doing, you know, an overview on how to use everything, but they are somewhat limited as far as the real deep dive training. And so, you know, I got to a point where I thought, boy, there's got to be a better way. You know, people can go to YouTube, they can ask their peers. There was a certain amount of, you know, training classes that would be held, but it seemed to me that there was just kind of a void in the industry when it really came to training. And at the same time, I met just tons of people who were experts at something, whether it be a particular software or, you know, printers or cutters or different applications, whether it be color management or making traffic signs or vehicle wraps. And I thought one day, you know, I thought, boy, wouldn't it be great if you could just somehow bring these two people together and get them talking? And you know, the idea is kind of like Uber. You know, I need a ride, you have a car. The only question is, how do we find each other? How do we schedule the pickup? And how do we collect the money? So it kind of dawned on me one day that if we could build a platform similar to that and have what we call now advisors create a profile, and people could come onto the platform, read their profile, understand what their expertise is, and then hire them to do a one-on-one training session over a video conference platform. Wouldn't that be great?
I love it because it's solving a problem that a lot of people don't know how to solve, and they don't even know where to start. So you're creating this place where I can go and be like, all right, I need something, whether it's I'm an expert and I need clients, or I'm actually an employee in a new company and I need training. That feels so useful to both sides. So let's dive in a little bit deeper. If I am that person, say I just got a new job and I'm needing help being trained, how do I work with you? What's the step I take?
Okay, so the first thing that you can do is, again, you can visit the platform. We have advisors that have profiles up, and you can go in and you can read their profile. It'll tell you all the different categories that they're qualified to train on. It'll tell you a little bit about them. And then there'll be a button that says message. And what you can do is you can click the message button and you can message back and forth with the advisor, not so much to get training or to get advice, but to find out if this is really the person that can help you. And, you know, you can ask the person, hey, I'm a shop owner. I have a new employee. We use Flexi software, and I want to get them trained from A to Z. But specifically, we do banners, we do car wraps, we do wall graphics. Is this something that you can help me with? And so you can message back and forth with the advisor. And then once the person feels comfortable that that's the right person for them, then there's a button that they can click on that says book me. And when you do that, you click on the button and their calendar will come up, and you can look for what day works for you, what time, and you can schedule a session. And then once you do that, a request will go out to the advisor. They'll go into their dashboard and they'll either click accept or decline. And providing they hit accept, then there's a scheduled session. And then at the time of that session, both the advisor and the client will hit the join button, just like you would on a Zoom call or any other video conference platform. And then you're connected with that advisor.
So what I'm hearing is Adendo is not just a connection, but the full service platform that allows me to have the conversation, make sure I like who I'm going to work with, hire them, do the work, get the training, and get the bill that's so precise because it happened all within the system.
Correct.
That's fabulous. So if I'm an expert looking for a place like Adendo to be in and looking for more clients, what's that process like? How do I find you and become a part of it? Like I'm actually asking that too from the side of all the employers who want to send their employees to get training, right? Because I think they'll want to know, how can they trust that they're finding good people?
Right, right. Well, the thing that we found is the people that, well, first off, if somebody is interested in becoming an advisor, the process is they go to our website, they'd click on the tab that says become an advisor, they'd give us a little bit of information about themselves, and then I would contact them. We would have a Zoom meeting, and we would, talk about how the platform works, what their expertise is, what their expectations are, and then make sure that it's a good fit both for Adendo and for them. The thing that we've found with advisors is these are people that one typically have years and years of experience in the industry. They're experts at something, like I said, whether it be a certain software or hardware, or they're color management experts, or experts on vehicle graphics, or whatever it may be. The other thing we found is that they typically have a passion for helping other people. And the interesting thing about this industry is all the people I've talked to that have become advisors, they've all said, I've spent thousands of hours giving people free advice. And now here's an opportunity to get on a platform, make a little bit of extra money, and really truly help people with what I've already been doing for years and years anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mark, what I love that you said there too is that you're actually vetting and making sure it's a fit before these experts or professionals are getting onto the platform, which I think is very reassuring to anybody who will go there looking for training. Because when I think about this, I also compare it to something like Upwork, right? But with Upwork, anybody can go and create an account and say they do the work, and you never know what you're getting. So the fact that you've added in a layer, I think helps put in a layer of trust to the people who are going and seeking the training. And I do love that. I noticed on the platform, I had a look at it. I took a peek, and I encourage everybody to check it out because you have all those reviews that also help us make an informed decision. How does that process work? What's the goal with the review side?
Well, in today's age, we live and die by reviews. Whether you're shopping on Amazon or any online purchase that you make, people love to be able to read about the service or the product that they're purchasing. So it's really important. And we encourage people to be very honest and give their honest opinion. But so far, we've had nothing but glowing reviews because the people that we have on the platform really, truly are experts and really are interested in helping people. And they'll go the extra mile to make sure that if they're providing that training or that service, they're giving that person their money's worth.
Mm-hmm. That's excellent. I think that layer of trust that you're building in is very, very valuable. But let's also talk about the people who, because this is the one-on-one, right? You go, you get your one-on-one training, but you have other availabilities in terms of training. And I know you call them V classes, and even I think you're doing on-site training where possible. So tell us a little bit more about what other options for training Adendo offers.
Sure. So our one-on-one training sessions, that's really our core product. That's what we started with. We realized after a few months that maybe it just isn't for everybody. Some people maybe don't want to do the one-on-one, but maybe they just want to attend a class. Well, it used to be that we did these classes in person, but since the pandemic happened, it's very common to do virtual online live training classes. So a couple of months ago, we started what we call V classes, or virtual classes. And these are on a particular subject. Typically, they're about 90 minutes. And the advisor will have a curriculum that they'll go through. And we limit the number of people that can join. So it's not a webinar. We'll limit it to anywhere from about 6 to 10 people. So it's still a small class. People have the ability to participate and ask questions. And they also receive a recording at the end of the class so that they can go back and review it. And by doing it as a class and having anywhere from, say, 6 to 10 people, it's very affordable because you have more people in there, so you can obviously charge less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and some people like that class setting, so it's nice that you have the options.
Well, it's
So,
nice too because they can also learn from each other. A lot of times
mhm.
you learn just as much from the other people that are on the class and participating and asking questions as you do from the instructor.
That's so true. I can't tell you how many times I've been in a session of something and somebody else asks a question and I realize, oh yeah, I have that question and I didn't even know it.
Exactly.
So yes, I love that. So we've, gone over how Adendo is pairing people, the availability for the one-on-one, how that process will work, the V classes. What is maybe in Adendo's future? Do you have any more products or services on the horizon?
Sure. So we actually just introduced an on-site training program, and this is very new. So we're just kind of developing it. But you can now go to Adendo and click on the button that says on-site training, and there'll be a form that you can fill out. Give us some information about who you are, where you're located, what type of equipment or software you have, what it is that you'd like training on, and we actually have an option of you saying we'd like that training to be done at your location or even potentially the advisor's location. So you'd fill out that form. We would take that and we would see if we can match up an advisor that would be available to come out to your location and spend, a day or two or a week or whatever you want. And then we would provide a custom quote as far as what the cost of that would be, which, obviously it's going to be based on what it is that you're looking to learn, the expertise that's needed. It could be based on travel if there's travel expenses involved. But that's something new that we just actually launched this week.
Exciting. Getting back to in-person, I think, is something a lot of people are really looking forward to. So that sounds like a great product to have into the Adendo system. I would really like to know, and I'm sure others would too, what are you hearing from people? Because this is, you have launched fairly recently. It is new and innovative for the industry, and it's, people are still learning about it. So what is the feedback you're hearing from all sides of how Adendo is bringing people together to get the training they need?
Well, the feedback has been really fantastic. One of the things, again, with one-on-one training is it's so new that people do kind of have to get used to it. It's kind of like when Uber came about. I remember I was traveling with a coworker and we were at the airport and he said, hey, he goes, we could take an Uber to the hotel. And I said, take a what? And he said, an Uber. And I'm like, well, I don't know about what's that? And he goes, well, you get it on your phone and they come and pick you up in their car. And I said, yeah, I don't know about that. I said, yeah, well, let's just take a cab. So in a sense, we're kind of, I wouldn't say ahead of our time, but it is something that the industry is getting used to. But once somebody does it and they realize the benefit of being able to get training, not just one-on-one, but really when you think about it, it's on their particular need. If they're working on a project and they're stuck or they're trying to get a particular job out. And how many times would they love to just get somebody that knew how to do it to come over and spend an hour with them and show them how to do it and get the job out the door? Well, that's what they can do with this. It's for so many different things, whether you want to train a new employee or, like I said, you're in the middle of a job and your color is coming out wrong and you go, I'm burning through rolls of media and ink here. I need to get this corrected. What if you could just get somebody on a call and help you get through that? And if it took a half an hour, that's what it cost you and you're done. So the people that have used it have absolutely loved it. We've had tons and tons of repeat customers that came back and did, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions later because they just felt that, the value was really there.
I mean, it feels like it is filling a need, but like you said, everyone, even when that need is there and that gap is there, there's a little bit of jump that people have to make in order to be like, oh, I can fill that need now. And Adendo is finally doing that for, specific and focused industry experts available anytime with training in many different formats. So it's very exciting. Are you excited?
We're super excited. We're really excited. It's something that I think the feedback I've gotten from the industry is that it's something that's very much needed. There's a thirst for knowledge, and there really, really has been a void in the industry as far as where you can go to get training, when you need it, on exactly what you need.
So for anybody watching right now, Mark, who is either thinking I might need some training or maybe an expert and wants to offer training, how can they get in touch with you? What should be the step that they take?
Well, the best thing is just go to the website. It's a very simple, intuitive website. You can browse through the different advisor profiles. You can take a look at the V classes that we have scheduled right now. If you're interested in online training, you can obviously fill out the form for that. If a person is interested in becoming an advisor, they can give us some information and we can get in touch with them. But I would just say, take a minute, go look at the website, see what it has to offer. And there's a number of other things that we have planned for the future that we're going to introduce. So if you go take a look at it, be sure and go back every month and take another look, because there's going to be something new.
So growth is on the horizon. Thank you so much, Mark, for coming and sharing more about Adendo and everything that it provides. And thank you to all our viewers for tuning in.